workout.
But you do workout.
I do.
Give me 10.
Okay.
Bye, everyone. She can go on forever.
I'm getting inundated with requests from Fiverr. Let me get these. I gotta answer these, and then I usually. Mic test, mic test, test, mic test, mic test. It seems okay. Sounds it. Sounds it. I hear music, I hear voice. Dude, are you kidding me? That's the second ad I've been served. How long's the stream been running? Like fucking 4 minutes or something? Shame. Shame. Poor shame. Oh shit, my face cam isn't on. Welcome Megalius, welcome another Nate, welcome Poltergeist, welcome Nathan. Hello y'all, hope everybody's doing well today. Can you get face cam on? Where the fuck is it? It's right... Not y'all. 6,000 hour. I don't think it's been 6,000 hour. Hey, I run the ads because YouTube suppresses the content otherwise. It's a shame, but that's how the game works. I left my paintbrush across the room. I'm gonna go grab it real quick. I was fiddling with it last night. Of course I knocked the fucking thing off. You motherfucker. Alright. Hello. Welcome back to another paint stream on Country Fried Minis. I'm your exhausted host, Cameron, sitting once more. The Bullshit Corner 2.0. Today we're gonna work on these models again. Which are coming right along. Yeah, let me give y'all an update as to where we're sitting, and we'll get stuck in. I didn't know paintbrushes were good for playing the violin. Could they be? Could you potentially make that happen? Alright, we need a new push-ups count today. So, do our push-ups. Boom. I finally found a use for all these. I got a ton of these things floating around. Is there something? Is it just like hella blown out? You said you were fiddling with it. Yeah, I caught that. I was fiddling with it last night. All right, so I took a little time to work these guys up and get them to a good state. I guess what I need to do, if I set the preview scaling, no. I need to open my preview projector in a new window. There we go. And then I can pull out the camera and actually like see what the hell I'm doing. Okay, so on our mauler, we have added in a bunch of highlights, gone around the whole surface of the mech. I should have took a before and after for y'all. We have like a nice orangey edge highlight on all these little bits here. How about I bump this light another 6 times? I'm gonna lose my shit real quick. All right. How is it still getting bumped by my head? Jesus fucking Christ. What the fuck was I talking about? I don't know about y'all, but bumping my head into things like over and over and over and over and over is like a brain resetter. Yeah, we came in, we did all the little highlights over all the red surfaces. Here and there, all around, brought some depth to it. We hit this with some metallic bits, so our actuators are all metalliced up here, there, in the recesses, in the elbows, the little fusion reactor panel, the vents, all that. Those are done up. If y'all recall, we were working on the Black Knight Legion color scheme, which in the end is a little more brown than I was expecting. I was doing some research on this last night, and evidently the like official color scheme for it now is black and gold, even though in the game they're very clearly a dark burgundy. I think we could maybe bring the whole thing down, but I'm worried about hitting the gold bits with the wash, and so I don't really want to do that. Maybe the grime wash later will bring it in. But you can see we have a ton of highlights over all the surface here. We've gone in, we've hit all the metallic bits, and we have washed those down with a little bit of NULN oil. So today, I think we're actually in a good position to do some of the more fun work. We're gonna be doing our sponge chipping. We're gonna be doing our lens jeweling. We're gonna be doing some enamel pen washing, and then these boys will be done. Hopefully, we'll be done in like a 3-hour window. That's what I'm aiming for, and it should be a real good time. They probably only look burgundy in the game because global color filter or something. No, they're burgundy. Here, I'll pull up the. There's a little quip about it. Was it camo specs? No, it was unit. Here, let's do Black Knight Legion, and then I think it was unit color compendium. Black Knight Legion. So the unit color compendium has them in black, as they are on the game cover. Don't use that. You talking about unit color compendium? No, I never do. But it says right here. Note, while the front of the package of Mechwarrior 4 Black Knight shows a mech in the above colors, in-game footage shows unit in red with golden or yellow highlights. They are definitely very, like, burgundy. But I've got a better quality image for the logo. So the logo will be doing, very reduced, because it will be freehand, right? So it'll be kind of selling the idea more so than super accurate. In any case, we are going to get stuck in today, and I'm going to buy a little bit more time by doing the sponge chipping on our mauler first, instead of diving right into the Black Knight boys, because I'm not sure what color chipping we're gonna do. I've had some discussion with Mr. Another Nate, and I think we've landed on a nice gray tone to kind of elicit and evoke a nice steely color. Okay, so for our boy in red, I think we're gonna do the classic black brown whole red mixture. Thank you, Nightbot. I do like a popcat. I want a popcat too. Popcats in chat. Popcat. There we go. This thing's hard to type on. All right. Let's put some of this shit away. And make sure to drop 3 paints as we put shit up here. Jesus fucking Christ. tell y'all, man, the curse of being a klutz. Has gotten real annoying after 6 million years of life. All right, here we go. We're gonna do the German camo black brown and the whole red there. We're gonna pick up the shit we knocked off. You can figure out where it went. Six more million years to go? No. That ain't even. All right, so you're gonna get our texture palette, which is very white from working on our Comstar mechs last night. And we need to find a nice piece of foam somewhere in all this clutter. Hello, Mr. Squarepeg, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Ooh. I think I just found our chipping color for our boys. I don't see any foam ready to go, so we're gonna have to tear a new piece, which is fine. I'm gonna use this little bit of foam here. This came out of an Infinity model set. We're just gonna get a nice chunk of foam here. Doing good here. Fuck yeah, dude. I love hearing that. Your positivity brings me mirth. Bum, 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 bum. Hope you're all out there having fantastic Saturdays. BKL logo higher quality. Bam, 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 bam. There it is. Yeah, we can make that happen. So I think in the... We're going to try to get the rays in the background on the logo, but when we paint it on, we probably will lose the rays and just get the gradient of the flames. We can make it work. We can make it work. I think it's going to be a fun freehand. And the geek shall inhabit the mirth? Nuh-uh. Alright, so as always, we're going to do our 50-50 blend. And, you know, I think we might use one of these little metal tins. Metal mixing thingamabobs. Alright, so I trust the process. And as a quick reminder, not on the mauler. Yes. Yes. I do recall, Mr. Pulte. And I have written down the process for these other... This is way too much. I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that. It's too much. I just put all that paint out as if we were working on multiple models with this color. Shame for shame. For shame. Alright, so what happens here when we mix this up really good, we end up with this kind of raw steel oxidized color, but not all the way into oxide red. And we need to get our tweezers, get our little piece of sponge here, and you can see I've roughed up the edges. The idea here is to get rid of all these corners and any of the 90-degree edges. And we're just gonna, we maybe not even need the tweezers. We're gonna get some in there, right? Get some in there, and then we're gonna take our texture palette, just like we would for for dry brushing, and we're going to tap it around until we get a nice something like that, where we're just getting a very little bit. And we're going to take our model, and we're going to, I like to do a test on the hand too. What we're going for, just very sparse coverage. And we're going to start just attacking this very gently. Remember, and I've said this time and time again, that less is more here. You can very easily overdo it very quickly if your sponge is too saturated. So what we want to do is build it up slowly in small amounts. Even if you have a section of the model you want some really heavy chipping on, you still want to go slow, small amounts, very small amounts, and let it build up naturally. We do want a few spots of pretty heavy chipping because we're going to go back in with a super bright duraluminum on some of the edges. But this guy's got such a striking paint job that I really don't want to mar it up too bad. I want it to still read as that bright, vibrant, kind of cartoonish, loud scheme that it was, you know. Let's get some on the inside here. Now see, we got a heavy spot right there, and it's not too bad. It's not too bad because what we can do is we can go back in and we're going to add our silver to it, but we want to avoid as much of that as possible. I like the sponge method because it's got like a there's a semi-random aspect to it, and we have a spot, I don't know if y'all can see it, probably not. There's a spot right here where we got a little metallic on there. His call sign is Jester after all. Oh hell yeah. Yeah, this is really fun. I like that you put so much thought into this unit. Tell you the truth, Poltergeist, I was actually thinking of doing a Mechwarrior 4 themed lance. And now that I've worked on this, I kind of want to do them in the in a color scheme from it. There's one of the desert patterns. It's got like it's like a tan with like a deep red kind of splitter pattern on it. I think it's called like Empty Quarter or something. I can't remember. But I want to use Mako Prints models. Here, let me plug you real quick, Mr. Mako. So Mako has a pretty unique style that is very legally, but has been doing some really fun models from the FedCom era. So I was waiting on this Chimera before I got started. Make sure to check them out. Mako Prints over on my mini factory. Very inexpensive models and a friend of the channel. All right, so I want to get a little chipping in here on both sides, maybe. But I can't quite get in there. So I think what we're going to do... where's that? There were little bits of foam. There's one right there. Get fire. I want these smaller bits of foam that we broke off earlier. And I think we are gonna shrink it down even further. I want to get a very small amount on it. And we're going to use the tweezers to manipulate it into position. So we've got our tool ready. I just want to get in here and ow, in there. I want some kind of on the inside of this right there. There we go. That looks really nice. And then this one's super red, so it's going to take the chipping super well as well. Get up in there. There we go. We use this smaller piece of sponge to get to these hard to reach spots. See if we can't get a little bit up in here. There we go. The thing is, we want enough of these chips to have them still be there after we go in and cover things with the metallics. A little bit right there. Pow, pow, pow. A little bit up in there. Not much. Maybe a touch on the head, just a tiny bit right there, and a tiny bit right here. Not much. Less is more. Okay. One more pass on the inside of the rockets. I don't use the Mech Tech expansion, so it's a camo from there. I don't know, but the closest one I know is called Steiner Desert. Oh, you know, I didn't even think that there might be camo expansions inside the Mech Tech pack. I think it was a base game color scheme. Only showed up in 2 missions in Vengeance, even though the Desert campaign was 6 missions. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, that's right. Vengeance was basically like a totally separate game from Mercs, right? Okay, so let's pull the camera back in so we can kind of get a look at where's my dang camera. There we go. Let's see if this reads. So it's so hard to see on this fucking camera. So you'll see we get these chips like right there, right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back in all these nice zones of chipping, and here and there where we have the really loud bits of chips, we're going to add little bits of metallic here and there, especially like up here and here, maybe across that edge, and here. There's very small flecks of very, very bright duraluminum, and I think it's going to look fabulous. But before we get there, let's go ahead and chip the other mechs. And I think, yeah, Vengeance, Black Knight were together. Mercs was its own thing. Steiner Desert was in Mercs though too. See, the thing is, like, I remember Mercs standing out in my head so much. I don't remember Vengeance so much, and I went back and played Vengeance as an adult, and I'm not sure I ever played Vengeance back when I had the game when it first came out. I think I may have just installed Mercs and went through the Mercs campaign. Still the best Mechwarrior, in my humble opinion. I really wish that we'd get a good solid game that's as well built as that, narratively and flow with the modern engine. It'd be really damn cool. Mercs is definitively the better game. All right, so I was talking about gray. I was talking about maybe doing like a tan color or like a brown color. Nightbot, come on now. You think you get to do that without me doing that? No, sir. I think we've landed on this khaki gray. Khaki gray for the chips. And this will make sense because it's almost like they've been primed with like what's what's that color from German tanks from World War II? Dunkelgelb? I think that's what it's kind of evoking for me. And these ones, we'll see. It might be a little too bright. I don't think it will be. I think it'll be just right. Let's see. Do I have an example on this guy? No, I used flat earth on that one. I have some mechs somewhere that I did like a flat earth chipping on them, like a rusty chipping. It means dark yellow. Oh, yeah. Yeah. What do you think, Mr. Nate? I think it's the exact right color. Khaki gray. It's like really desaturated tan tone. And I think it'll be the right complement to this, especially because we use the flat earth in the highlights. I think it'll be striking, and it'll still be bright enough to show up on the yellow gold patches. I think so, yeah. Little nod to you, Mr. Nate. Generally trust the color options from Senior Another Nate. Y'all don't know. Longtime community contributor, moderator, and the remembrancer. I remember some fun stuff you've done with color. All right, so we'll get our color down and ready, and you can see we've got little patches. That's just, you can't see shit. All right, let's come in and let's pick an innocuous spot first, just to test down here. We're gonna start building up the chips. I may have removed too much paint from this. Nah, there it goes. It's starting to get... She kind of like it. Just gonna come in and kind of aggressively hit it. You know, I forgot that I was gonna do the white markings on these guys, but honestly, I think they look fine without them. Let's get a little more on our sponge. There we go. La 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 la. All right, so you can just about see it. This paint quality is a little shiny, but I think what we'll do is the opposite effect on these as compared to the model. We'll hit this really bright chipping on, and then we'll come back in with our jet exhaust and do like a dark steel in the middle of them. I don't know, this stuff doesn't want to come off the sponge too much. I think we need the damn tweezers. Get you mounted on there. All right. Next mech. Get some right there. Bow, 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 bow. Very nice, like controlled, random look to the chips. The sponge gives us the The sponge gives us the random application, but we're still able to direct it. Now, on this effect, I do think we want some larger patches here and there. All right, a little bit on that. I don't want to overdo it on any of them. To be pretty chipped, but not like insanely chipped. I think because they have such a bold patterning, that doing too much over top might detract from the overall feel. Going to work our way around them. We may, with this color, we may need to go back and clean up the gun barrels and stuff where they get it on there, but it'll be fine. There we go. All right, next we got our bushwhacker. Those of y'all who have seen my work on the eBay mechs know that I usually go pretty heavy with this. That is some really large patches right there. I have to really clean those up with brushwork. We got too much on this fucking sponge. Uh-oh. It's going to take some work to pretty those back up. It's funny sometimes how the sponge, like, it alternates from like no paint coming off it to like way paint coming off it. Now it's like it's not letting go of its paint. It also just hit me that I was supposed to do the free hands first. So we're probably gonna have to manually chip the. We'll go back in and manually like brush chip the logos. Start back in with the need to clear my throat. Yes, yes. All right, so got our sponge chipping on. So now we want to swap back over to a little 10 here. And we're going to go for duraluminum on our mauler. 1 drop will be enough. Always make sure you ain't got no metallics on your hands. And then we're going to come back in with our 20-0 liner. And if I could find the thing, slap this boy down. We're going to start going around the model, and we're really going to look for... Jesus. What I would give for some space. Alright, so... I forgot the tip on this is ruined. In fact, I'm going to throw that fucking 20-0 in the trash, so I stopped grabbing it. Let's use... Man, what I would give for a brush that would retain a usable tip, but also not be made of animal cruelty. I know most people's go-to is the Kolinsky Sable, but unfortunately the harvesting of fur from mustelids is inherently cruel. And I can't support it. And as a consequence, I must suffer and use Taklon brushes. Digressing, we're gonna go around and examine our chips and find areas that anywhere that the chips are big enough that I can reasonably work the brush. We're gonna put these metallic chips right in the middle of them. And I know some people do prefer clean mechs, but like, if you want a trick to make your models look like you really put in a lot more work than you did, this is the way. You talk about hacks, hobby hacks, sponge chipping, it's it. But then again, I think that the sponge chipping isn't necessarily super great without the added brush chipping afterwards. Okay, so I don't know if y'all can see it, but we ended up with a really big patch of brown on the inside of that calf there, right? So that would just look really, really flat and ugly without the brush chipping. But we can come in here and do some very controlled markings and make it look like we've got kind of frictional elements that have happened here, creating this chip. All of a sudden you have all that depth there. It'll pop a shine, and then the what's supposed to emulate like the primer color. Very good stuff. It takes a little time, but it really, man, it just adds so much to the process. My brain just tried to do both of those words at the same time and it reset. We're just going to go around, pick those spots out. We're going to do the same thing on those other mechs too, but we'll use a darker metallic to create a good amount of contrast between the brighter chips and the metallic. I don't know, actually. We may just use the duraluminum. I'll try both and see which shows up. I often find that the jet exhaust is a little too dark on dark models. The duraluminum has definitely been my go-to. Such a nice color. It's good to just, you know, take your time here, be really gentle with the brush. Make sure it's not too overloaded. Like, you can save it if you go a little far outside what you're working on, but it's hard to bounce back if you get a splodge of this down. And of course, make sure to hit the camera with your magnifier. That's so important and conducive to success. Let's see, are we in frame here? A little bit here, a little bit there. Things looking hunky-dory. See, like, that was almost too much paint right there. It's really easy to do with this. I'm using the Vallejo Metal Colors airbrush color, and it is really runny because, you know, it's made to be shot out of an airbrush. It reminds me of the consistency of Army Painter speed paint, so it really wants to flow. Your face is a nice color. Nuh-uh. It's kind of greenish, but that's normal. Oh my god, I refreshed chat and I immediately got a fucking ad. I use the Princeton synthetic brushes now. They're great and cheap. Yeah. Say too, if you could add some char around the lasers for added effect, I think that'd be neat. What's your call? Yeah, I can absolutely do that. Absolutely. We can do it with maybe. I might even have some charcoal left over. We could use some soft charcoal as a pigment and put it in there. Absolutely, senor. You say it's my call, but I do want to share a tip to anybody out there considering picking up a commission. Even if you feel like you're being like demanding of your artist, let them know. You know, the more specifics you got, the more able the rendering, the more able the artist is to render your piece how you envision it. And if you're dealing with some kind of commission artist whose response to that is "don't micromanage me," then they're just maybe an asshole. I've definitely had that like internalized thought of like, oh, this client is micromanaging, but in the end ended up with a piece that's much closer to the client's vision. A lot in tattoo work, where people would come in and ask me to draw them a design, and they'd be like, I don't know, whatever you want, man. It's like, fuck, that does not help. Let's get these chips on there. Just like, I don't know, those little flecks of color that catch the light sometimes while you're playing. It just looks awesome. Greeting the streets of a horrible video game and getting stomped harder than clan sell horses at the moment. Yeah, dude, the solo experience is so bad. If I wasn't painting at the moment, I'd join you. But the painting calls. We have work to do. Not only for these, but I've got so much more in store through this month. We're going to be working on some Derek's Devils. We're going to be working on some Republic of the Sphere era 17th Benjamin regulars. I've got my Death Commandos I'm still working on. I'm doing some rough and dirty Comstar mix for the eBay store. Chelsea, thou moist point. I'm not doing this for me. Tell me what you want. Be specific as shit. Yeah, exactly. Hold on. What? What the hell was that? Tell me exactly how much corn content they should be. Yeah. I think Smoke Jaguar got smoked harder than Hell's Horses. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Clan Wolverine got smoked harder than any of them, sir. They don't exist anymore. That's why I play Wolverine. I haven't busted them out in a long time though, but I have a star of Wolverine in proper Wolverine colors, not Minnesota tribe. And I like my Clan Wolverine to kind of troll clan players. So any of y'all who've hung out and talked Battletech with me long enough know that I hate clans, I hate that they're OP, and I lament that so many clan players do everything they can to eschew Zellbriggen. And as vocal as I am about that, I play Clan Wolverine specifically to address that. Excuse me. A clan player facing a Batchall from Wolverine is required to eschew Zellbriggen. If you fight with honor, you wouldn't fight them with honor. It'd be your clanly duty to annihilate them at all costs. What about Clan Cannabis? They got smoked real hard, yeah. Well, I ain't dead, so I didn't go with the folks that got scorched off the face this year. Yeah, exactly. They exist on paper? I don't know if they actually do exist on paper. Did they ever exist? Are they actually in the like old source books? Or is it some kind of retcon thing? These metallic chips. I ended up with way more on here than I realized. I didn't have my magnifiers on while bunging this. Alright. And the best part here is if you miss some with this step, it's gonna contribute to the layered chipping feel. You don't want to hit them all anyways. You kind of want to focus on sharp edges where you can. It's starting to really come together though. There's little bits of color, like, oh yeah. It reminds me of like you know when you've been playing with an Ironwind Metals model for so long and the edges start to get rubbed free? It's like that, but more deliberate and in scale. Well, I guess it's not actually properly in scale. These probably wouldn't be visible at 1/265th, 285th. Yeah, 1/265th. That made up number. I just made them up as a weed joke. Ah, yes. No, I didn't catch that. No, I remember Clan Cannabis and their paint job. They're like a creamy off-white with a gradient into like a dark brown, and then they've got little patches of greens and oranges. Very vibrant greens. But they have a look that's like kind of like burnt paper. Burnt paper that's kind of impregnated with resin. Is that in frame? I'm trying so hard to keep that in frame for y'all. All right, that's looking really good. A little bit here that wants some extra chipping in between. I think Mr. Night Shift does this the other way around, like the light chip with the dark in the middle. But that's generally where I get the inspiration for this from. Watching Night Shift videos. Especially the brush chipping part. That looks pretty good. We have a little spillover of normal here. We're just going to use that as more chipping right there. Yep. Bit here that we missed. Ow, that knee is looking good. I'm just gonna run our eyes up and down the bits, starting with the legs. Just give it an all-over visual inspection until we find wherever we've missed really bad. And we'll make some decisions about like which chips are just gonna remain dark. That looks good. We check the pelvis now. We check the torso. Shoulders. I think we need some here. And on this leading edge of this launcher. And I just think that second layer of controlled chipping immediately transforms the chips. All right, we missed this shoulder over here, so we're gonna come back in and hit that corner. Just gonna follow the instructions laid down by the sponge. We missed a little on the inside here. So we're gonna come in and hit that real quick. And this edge. All right, so who the fuck? About to mute this fucking phone. All right, so resuming our inspection, we were looking at the shoulders, torso. We missed some in here. So we're gonna come back in and do a little Davidoski around this thing. Missed a little bit right there that wants some. The head never got enough chipping to warrant the effect. All right. Okay, so we've got shoulders, and then we'll check these arms. And a little bit right here. Come down that end. Bump the camera another 30 dozen times. Arms looking good. Arms looking good. I think that's our chipped results. You see those little bits just here and there, man. They add so fucking much to it. Make it look like a heavy piece of metal. Okay. So from there, when you do these other mechs, before we commit to switching metallic, I do want to come in with this duraluminum and see if it's gonna be the color to use. Versus our jet exhaust. Let me get a little jet exhaust and try it on a different section. It's really bright. Let's do it right here. Yeah, it's duraluminum. Duraluminum all the way. That's the wrong fucking color. I don't know how I did that. Or blue metal color, airbrush color duraluminum. I'm gonna make sure there's no metallic on our thumb. All right, same deal. I think these guys, all in all, have a little less shipping to worry about. but just gonna give that same treatment. I'm gonna go in and start attacking everywhere that got the sponge. It's also a great spot to use a little trick that I picked up in drawing flash art. Anywhere you end up with a nice solid line, you can break it up with some like irregular dots. And it adds a lot to the natural feel of the chip line. All in all, we're just doing the same deal. We're finding those chips and enhancing them. A little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit here, you know? Very much a tedious process, but yeah, it's always worth it. I think, at least. Some people don't like it. I've had requests for clean paint jobs in the mechs. I just think this is always so much better. Same deal. Slowly work away around them. And then these, it sucks a little bit, but we're going to need to go back in. I meant to do the free hands beforehand. That's usually what you do, because part of what makes your free hands really work, or if you have any numbers, is to do the chipping right over top of them. Because wear and tear isn't going to magically avoid hitting your numbers, you know. And then again, that little bit of pop of color, that metallic, really brings these to life.
Salute the sun.
Oh my god. Oh, I love ads. Thank you for the ad. Yes, the ad which breaks chat every time it runs one. Very cool. Wasn't you? Do you have my number? It could have been you. It might have been you. It may very well have been you, actually. You just don't realize it. Wait, aren't you Comstar? I think all messages are you, sir. Alright, we're going to get through this mech, and then I'm going to stretch my neck for a second and fill my coffee cup. I just want to get at least one of these done. And I think we're gonna bust out, I'm gonna dig in my art drawer and see if I can't find a nice soft piece of charcoal. Pigment box might actually have a black pigment though. Or my pastel box, I should say. We'll take a peek. Put the scorching on the lasers. It'll look really good. It looks shiny. Little shiny bits here and there. Honestly, this color scheme's growing on me quite a bit. I didn't super accurately follow the patterning, but it evokes the feel, I think. Still, the burgundy could have been a little darker. I do like it better than the black, though. There's so many. The Black Knights on Unit Color Compendium are basically the exact same color as the Harlock's Warriors, just without the blue. It's sad to see so many schemes that are basically just the same scheme. Alright, that's looking pretty chipped. I'm struggling to see spots that I've missed now. Let's get this chip more on the edge proper. There we go. Right here as well. Put a little there. Get this one more on the edge. Yeah, there we go. Edge it real good. So you get that satisfying finish, at least. Not me, though. I'm more about gooning that color all over them in a marathon, you know? Enjoying each step of the moment, each step of the process, every moment along the way. But hey, if you're out there enjoying the edging process, I would never fault you for that. Okay, that looks pretty well done for this lad. We'll do the same routine. We'll inspect the legs up. Legs up to the torso, to the pelvis, then torso, then shoulders. Pelvis looks good. Torso looks good. I don't see any really missed areas. Shoulders. All right, that looks nice and chipped. This camera's like desaturating it some, unfortunately, but you see those bright metallic flaky corners. All right, I'm gonna fill my coffee. I'm gonna stretch my back and neck. I'll be back in 60 seconds ish. Give me just a second, y'all. I want some more coffee. Oh wait, look, a fucking ad. I love ads. I love ads. They're very cool. Ads are the best. Stretching my neck, stretching my back. Oh boy, I'm here. Oh, fucking A. I see so much gambling. Holy moly. The coins. I'm tempted to reset the economy, to tell you the truth. Oh, jeez. I'm tempted to reset the economy. Just fucking nuke it. Is that thing gonna come back?
That woo woo. You know what I'm saying?
Some neighbors are saying way too loud.
That's only in the morning. He supposed to be up cooking breakfast or somebody, and so that's like an alarm clock. Woo woo.
Is that gonna go? We'll find out. I'm gonna watch it.
Country Fried Minis asked me, how do you feel about sponge chipping all over your fancy paint job? Oh, honey, sponge chipping is like giving your mini a little bit of character, like wearing your favorite pair of worn-out boots. Adds a little rustic charm, if you ask me. But I reckon it can be a mighty scary thought when you got that fancy paint job looking all purty. Just remember, go easy and light, and just like that, you got yourself a mini that's been through the ringer in the best way.
All right. Well, I think that confirms it. AI CFM may actually be me. If you can imagine such a thing. Am I a robot? Are you a robot? I think we all know the answer to this. It's yes on both accounts. Don't you hate it when you find out you're a robot? Damn, it's the worst. Let's chip these boys. Chip them up. Some solid chips on this lad. I was a robot one time. Never been a robot? Nah, yeah, that's something a robot would say.
We're talking about the thugs. T is for terrible.
H is for hell. U is for ugly. G is for jail. Because a thug can't spell. Yes. You know, speaking of robot, I was just thinking, I'd love to write a bot or get a bot written that watches the Nightbot. So those will be more interesting redeems. Like, can you imagine exclamation point cat would show like a random cat somewhere on the screen, like a little pixel art cat? I think it'd be fun. Well, you just need like you need a bot that monitors the chat, and it looks for the Nightbot commands, or maybe the Nightbot responses. I don't think it'd be hard to code. I think the hard part would be making sure it's live and hosted somewhere where it can run constantly. Might have to talk to some of the code wizards in the community for that. I think I know just the person. Oh yeah, chipping. You know, the best part of chipping like this is knowing that you're like so close to done. Yours heck ain't me. Nope, it ain't either, y'all. I know who it is. I know exactly who it is. I just need like I just gotta host a virtual machine somewhere and write a Python bot that just like pulls the it would need to pull whatever is live into like a browser window. I could even use the I could even use like the API out of Stream Elements or Streamlabs, because there's like it's like a chat window, right? Like the same thing that does, where was that at? Did I not have it? I may have deleted it off of here actually. There's like a little chat feed widget. I don't know where it's at. I don't see it. It's definitely something you can do though. It would just call that browser, basically. The bot would call that browser feed, and then you could just have it like look for text patterns. And then call a function whenever that happens. And build an array. Have an array of possible cat GIFs. Right, and then pull one at random. Easy peasy. I understand theoretically how to do it, I just don't know the language. The only coding I ever messed with was what was that fucking language we were taught on in high school? I learned the basics of programming on Fortran. And then after high school, or I guess it was during high school, I fucked around with RPG Maker. It's like XP or something. Really old one. One of the early ones. And it had like it had a whole system of events and calls, and like you could set up if-then triggers and all that fun stuff. I never got too far into the project, but I did do a little demo. I basically did a little tech demo that removed the standard like JRPG combat and replaced it with an on-map animation. But you know, when I graduated high school and I went to college and started to go for computer science, I quickly realized that there was a lot of math involved. And I don't like math. Generally not a fan. Nightbot's popcatting again. I shall join bot. Nightbot popcat, yes. Okay, so we're just about done with the chipping here. I really just overdid that one. I think we're actually going to correct this boy real quick. I need a little whole red. You put way too much down. My brush was a little full. So we're going to come in and we're going to Let's fill that in there. Get rid of that. Alright. I'm going to put out a tiny bit of our khaki gray. I'm going to see if we can't correct what we just fucked up. I'm going to do some khaki gray chipping first. There we go. Like that. I'm going to grab our metallic and we're going to try to be very, very gentle this time and not flood the fucker. And of course, immediately flood the fucker. Not as bad this time though. Alright, so we're going to go around, give him the same treatment. We're going to examine feet, legs, make sure that chipping is done. I am actually a little underwhelmed with a small point of the chipping. So we're going to add a little bit more. I want some more on the inside of this leg here. There we go. Just a few hits. And that should be dry enough to immediately put some paint over top of. I'm going to come in and tap some metal right over those. Bow, 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 bow. Boom, boom, boom. A little bit right here too. I always love these chipping patterns, or chipping over patterns, I should say. It adds a lot. There we go. So we're back to examining the legs. Examine the legs, examine the pelvis. We missed a little spot on his butt. So we're going to put a little bit right there. Ow, boom, 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 boom. A little bit more on that torso. Pow, pow, pow. Boom, boom, boom. And now we're going to examine the torso. Looks good. Across the shoulders. Shoulders looking good. Maybe a little bit right here. We missed. Bam. Excellent. Check the arms. We actually have some like a little bit of sloppy work on the metallic here. So we're going to clean that up real quick. I don't know if that's we got too much wash on it, or if it's just like I missed a little small amount of the paint. Either way, I'm gonna clean it up. There we go. A little bit right here actually. There we go. Make sure to hit the camera yet again. It's like right here, like, right? Like fucking a finger's width from my glasses. I shall also poop cat. I should not have poop catted. Now I need new pants because they're all wearing out. No, because I had an accident. Ah, yes. I maybe need some new pants myself, Mr. Nate. Mostly because I'm fat and have gained weight. Not because I pooped them. Ah, yes, lizard. Redeem lizard. So much like Popcat, lizard has a long cooldown for the individual, but not for the community. In fact, I think there is no global cooldown on Lizard, if I recall correctly. Yeah. But there's a substantial cooldown for the individual. You gotta wait like 5 minutes or something. Okay, so Wolfhound looking good. I think we've got all the chipping done. Head looks okay. There's a little bit on this fin that we should maybe do. It's very light chipping, but I think a tiny bit of silver would enhance it some. So let's do that real quick. All right, and then holy shit! Why is he so loud this time? Oh. Jesus Christ! Hank Green. I can't get to it fast enough. I can't get to it fast enough. Denied. Holy moly. I tried so hard to balance the audio on those, and just sometimes they're stupidly quiet and sometimes they're stupidly loud. Fucking hell. I forgot. I need to have the 10 administrative page open. Okay, so we got 2 more to go. And then we're going to go in and... Is that even... You did bad thing to Mr. Hank Green? Yeah, I sure did. Is that when he... There he goes. It's just... That was weird. That one was weird. You know, they're a little unpredictable. Yeah, why? God damn, dude. I don't think that the chat like knows how to handle that stuff.
Doggies, sounds like you got yourself a high-octane rodeo going on there, partner. Don't go spooking those butthole bees with that mighty rear yell. How about throwing in a little melody? Make them bees dance instead of buzzing in a frenzy. Maybe a quick Coca-Cola or bubble water break could tame that whirlwind of chaos. Keep it humming.
What did he say? What the fuck did he say? Dude, they're not showing up for me on the administrative page. It's not me, I'm not even in a Tangia. Oh, that's funny. They're not showing up for me. Yep. Skip. Oh, it's not even you. I see. I think it's possible an admin is attempting to frame you. It's probably, yeah. Well, the replays aren't showing up for me for some reason in my event feed. I can share with you though, Mr. Comstar, despite the deep defeat from the Tangia crisis, You single-handedly leveled me up to level 5. So I think that means another AI voice slot, actually.
Hooray!
No, 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 no. No, no, no. Nope. Skip. I have it ready now, sir. I have it ready. I have learned the lessons from Thursday's stream.
All I want to say is lizard, 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 lizard,
See,
lizard,
that's
lizard,
acceptable.
lizard, 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 lizard. Lizard, 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 lizard.
I like that he took a breath in the middle of that. I've noticed some fun things about that AI bot. My favorite is that Ask AI Another Nate is very like evenly tempered. He never raises his voice or gets upset.
Hooray!
Skip. I don't know why that one is so loud. If it was like half the volume, I'd let it play. I don't know why his is so loud. But this is just how we gotta deal with it. You just gotta nip it in the bud when it's too much.
Hooray!
Skip. Someone's having fun. Nightbot reminding folks that if you want your own commission painting like this, to check out the link in the chat. Check out the link in the description down below. Great rates. And your
Night asked me,
shit will be painted on. That one's a little too loud. This is a little bit loud. Ah, see, it got skipped. Ah, yes. Now the other mods are involved, sir. That's so close for the CFOF. You know, Mr. Nathan, I've been thinking about like what the shot is gonna be. I was kind of thinking that the bathtub burrito was it. But I'm really leaning towards a body pillow now. I think it's the way. Instead of a full calendar photo shoot, though I can still get down on a calendar photo shoot at some point. It's money. I need like a good photographer for that.
I am the cream, yeah.
Nathan donated a $2 super chat. The Brown Eye of Chaos.
That does it better.
The Brown Eye of Chaos. Is that like the Eye of the Storm? When you're in the brown eye, you know that you're safe? Wait. Is that a sex thing?
Well, you want to woo-woo.
You do want to
It's that
fucking woot woot.
You know what I'm saying?
Some neighbors are saying way too loud.
That's only in the morning.
Some neighbors are
You're
saying
supposed to
way
be up
too
cooking
loud.
breakfast
That's
or
true.
somebody, and so that's like an alarm clock.
Oh my god. It just clicked for me now. Also, thank you for the dono. The Brown Eye of Chaos is the local bub rub. You're all about the woot woo, and some neighbors are claiming way too loud. Just nonchalant. That's like an alarm clock. I think Mr. Bub Rub is a shining example of never attribute to malice what can just as easily be attributed to incompetence. You got it, dog.
Bye, everyone. She can go on forever.
Hey.
What?
A timber wolf?
Timber wolf? Nah, man. That's clan tag.
Push-ups recorded.
I don't want to lose my friends, man.
He doesn't want to lose his friends. Equals butthole. That's what makes it funny, because colons are funny. Colon bees. Not to be confused with exclamation point B. I'm just saying there's a fine line between solid chaos and unbearable chaos. You know what I mean? And I know there's a line like where it goes from like, if you do it enough, it goes from funny to not funny to funny, but then it goes to not funny again. You know? And I think y'all have been edging the hell out of that line. Oh, hell. Skip. See, that one was kind of funny. The timing on that was really good. Why is he so fucking loud? Oh my god. The bad part is that stays in the hands of admin for, what is it, 72 hours? Or 3 days? Yeah, 3 days. It's fine. You ain't gonna throw me off today. No, no, no. No, sir. Nuh-uh. I got shit to do. I actually need to continue painting after the stream today and get these boys, these Comstar boys, finished and tossed up on the store. Actually, I think, can I not create a... It looks like they stay forever. Yeah, but it won't let you replay them. It won't let you replay them after... I think it's 3 days. So all those ones that say 2 days ago will replay, but if I like come down here, like way down, and try to replay the one from 4 days ago, it says replay failed. Replaying workflows.
Comstar Knight donated a $4.99 super chat.
Holy fuck.
It's time for BR.
That one's pretty loud too.
It's wolfhound time.
Jeez, holy moly. She's kind of loud too, isn't it? And that one can't be skipped. I think maybe your ears are off. They're about normal volume here. Yeah, maybe. It is piped directly into my ear. Here, someone replay, here, I'll just fucking do it. Where's the Hank Green one? How's this compare?
Beatbox.
That's not the right one.
Or high.
See, that one's normal volume. We're gonna skip that. We're gonna skip that. All right, so the difference here for the text to speech, right? The YouTube Super Chat, for one, counts in Tabletop Sim, unlike Tangia. And the trade-off with the Tangia is it's, what is it, a tenth of the price? Tenth of the price, but I can't skip. I reserve the right to skip the Tangias. Unlike the Super Chats, which can't be skipped. You see. Also, welcome back, Poltergeist. We are chipping wolfhounds. That normal volume was nigh unhearable. Okay, interesting. Are you playing it back on the YouTube app from without a headset on, by chance?
Nathan donated a $5 super chat. Hui dick tick essenging 2ts into paper tubes
I think that one. I think she's just gonna repeat.
Comstar Knight donated a $1.99 super chat. We could try this
So she does ours as a single sound versus repeating the other consonants. Yeah, no headset. Yeah, I've noticed lately when I'm watching videos at night, like if someone's mixed in music with their like voiceover, like a reasonable volume level, I can't hear the music at all on my phone speaker over my fan at night. I wonder if YouTube has adjusted their max volume for the app. They are known for just changing things. Alright, so we're getting there with this lad. I think we want a little bit more metallic here. Bring some up back here. Alright, and then we just have the bushwhacker after this, and we're going to go into... well, I gotta do the logos on these boys. I should have done it before the chipping. Whose is that? Oh my god.
Nathan donated a $2 super chat. Wahoo to woo to wahoo HHHHHHB
Just saying, Mr. Nathan, it would be a lot cheaper to do that through Tangia. Not that I'm advocating for spam, but I am a lot more well rested today and ready to fend off your shenanigans. Wachow, you know what I'm saying? Alright, we're getting there. We're steadily getting there.
Hooray!
That one's getting skipped. Will there be shading and shadows and stuff? Well, there is shading and shadows. They're just not... You can't really see it on the camera. There's a gradient setup and edge highlighting. And then we're going to do... We're gonna do some streaking grime afterwards. We'll do a pen wash of this stuff. It's gonna bring it out. This camera just flattens it out really bad.
But you do work out.
I
Oh
do.
my god. Hold it to you after I'm done doing push-ups.
Bye, everyone. She can go on forever.
Oh, jeez.
Somehow dropping and doing push-ups always... It makes my hair come out of the hair tie from the back of my head, come up underneath the strap holding it in, and find its way into my face. Let me get a picture of one of these so you can actually see the color. You probably still won't be able to see the color because I'll just be doing... Yeah, that's fucking useless. I don't have a way to demonstrate what they actually look like in real life without setting up a camera, like photo setup. But as far as like, if you want more depth in the base color panels at this point, I need to start over on them. It's hard to make out on this camera. It flattens it out. I guess after today, I'll send you shots. Once we do the pen wash, and yeah, we'll go from there. But yeah, I cannot put any more.
At a miniature painting club, Dave, notorious
I cannot
for
put
shaky
more
hands,
gradient into the panels without starting over at this point.
He sneezed, splattering red paint across his dragon table and neighbor's pristine elf army. It's battle damage, he claimed, but the elf player, fuming, chased him with a paintbrush. Dave tripped, knocking over a glue bottle, sticking his dragon to his forehead. The club roared with laughter as Dave, now a dragon-headed warrior, vowed to stick to board games.
Stick to board games. Well, BattleTech's a board game. Yeah, I'll send some shots today.
Club, Nathan, notorious for shaky hands, swore he'd master a tiny dragon. Mid-session, he sneezed,
just a straight-up replay of the same thing?
across his dragon
It is.
table and neighbor's pristine elf army. It's battle damage, he...
I'm beginning to think that some of the Nathan shenanigans are actually just malicious. Skip that, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yep. I think there's malice in those actions. Okay, so what time is it? 2:03? We're 2 hours in. I know it's not you. I know exactly who it is.
Swore he'd master a tiny dragon. Mid-session, he sneezed, splattering red paint across his dragon.
I actually, I think after today, I'm not going to take the toys away, but I'm going to have to revoke administrator access. So, like, for instance, that skip just now, we didn't get to hear the Another Nate story, even though it was the same thing. It was still a story. He would have had a line for it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna generate a new admin link after today and not give it out. Actually, I need to pause everything and send progress shots to the to you, Poltergeist, because if you're dissatisfied with the shading on the brown, I need to completely stop and strip these 4 models. Of course, a revision is in the contract, so let me get a photo, because if we need more depth in these, I need to stop and start over on those 4.
For shaky hands, swore he'd master a tiny dragon. Mid-session, he sneezed, splattering red paint across his dragon table and neighbor's pristine elf army. It's battle damage, he claimed, but the elf player, fuming, chased him with a paintbrush. Nathan tripped, knocking over a glue bottle, sticking his dragon to his forehead. The club roared with laughter as Nathan, now a dragon-headed warrior, vowed to stick to board games. Oh, Nathan, my fellow mini-painting adventurer. Sometimes our artistic endeavors take us on unexpected detours, like becoming a legendary dragon-headed warrior. Who needs steady hands when you've got comedic timing, right? Maybe Nathan can take some lessons from the NULN oil to add that battle-hardened effect. Let's hope next time he doesn't sneeze himself into a full-fledged epic saga. Maybe a board game night with no glue involved would be safer.
Y'all probably ain't gonna be able to see much. Like actually literally nothing. While I take some pictures of these models. So let's that off and get these going. And what we'll do is we'll pivot to working on my Comstar mechs until I hear back.
During a critical moment, my friend's catapult miniature, bedazzled with glitter for extra flair, caught the light and temporarily blinded him as he leaned in to check a dice roll. He misread the result, fumbled his attack, and lost the game. He still insists the Rockstar mechs were worth it for the story alone.
The Rockstar mechs are worth it for the story alone? I don't know what that means. Alright, I'm going to switch to the other machine while I send this over. So bear with me for a second, y'all. I'm going to hit the BRB again.
Several years ago, a friend of mine, an avid Battletech player, decided to paint his entire lance of miniatures to resemble a particularly garish 1980s hair metal band, complete with neon pink and electric blue colour schemes. He spent hours meticulously adding tiny leopard print patterns to the mech's armour, claiming it would intimidate opponents with pure aesthetic chaos.
I'm fucking muted this whole time. Let me plug this in. All right, so revisions are part of the contract.
You may be muted.
Yeah, I am muted, 100%. Let's pull up these shots here and show you what they look like at the moment. Unfortunately, to add more shading, will there be shading and shadows and stuff? To add more shading, I have to restart these models. Let me, the exposure's really low on those. Fucking hell. Dude, the dang, the models, the pictures look 7 times as bright inside the camera. Let me adjust the exposure. The problem is that webcam sucks dicks and is really bad at showing the actual color of things. Exposure. Let's boost the exposure to actual color levels. There we go. Exposure. So we're boosting the exposure. We're not boosting brightness or contrast or anything. All right. So there is a clear delineation of dark into light here. You can see it here especially. But if we want more shading, if we want more shadow than this, I have to go back to the initial base coat. So if that's what we're doing, I don't mind doing it. I just need to pump the brakes and stop this project until we restart those. They need to go into the simple clean, and I need to start over. So in the meantime, I'm going to send these photos over to the client for review. Just bring in some more. No, I can't. No, they're supposed to be dark, sir. That's not like the work is done on that color other than the pen wash. They're dark. It's a dark color. It's not a light color. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Fiverr. Go over to Fiverr. All right, and now I'm logging into all right, what the fuck is wrong with people, dude? Now I gotta answer this. Here, let me pop open 3DF Zephyr real quick so y'all have something to look at. I just opened up Fiverr to send that thing over, and I just had a client return to let me know that they were interested, and they're trying to talk me down again. Oh my god. I just don't understand it. People genuinely want you to work for $1 an hour. Holy fuck. They just come back in. I'd buy that for $1. You wouldn't get it for $1. I find it really interesting to tell the same person like 3 and 4 times that I'm not gonna work for $3 an hour. Oh, I was bringing this up so you can see it while I type. Check out this scan for the Ares, y'all. It came out pretty fucking good.
At a potluck, my cousin, a new vegan, proudly presented his gourmet vegan dish, tofu cubes marinated in what he swore was a secret family recipe. Guests raved about the bold flavor until his sister blurted out, "Oh, now why no?
Why no?
That's just soy
what
sauce
the
and
fuck?
ketchup."
That's funny.
He'd spent hours mixing condiments, thinking it was culinary genius. The table erupted in laughter as he tried to defend his artisan sauce. He still brings it to every gathering, now dubbed Ketchup Tofu Supreme.
Okay, so it's the bigger stuff does appear to translate well, but all right, so here's the problem. When you shrink it down to 7,500 vertices, boom, you lose like all the details there, but some of the details get a little destroyed, like here and there. But you know, I don't think you'd ever notice that on the tabletop. It's still there. This is what it would look like. I am really pleased with the photogrammetry work. And again, any of y'all out there who buy commissions from me, your models will be scanned in. Holy fucking shit. I have to pull up Stangia. Whoever's doing that, please stop. Like, you know what you're doing. And it is actually malicious at this point. All right, I'm going to tell this client, this potential client, all right, just gonna tell him bluntly. I'm even gonna tell him. I hate to be blunt about it. Utilize workbench time on that doesn't pay the bill. It's remarkable how okay. Split into 2 meshes, one for the torso, one for the legs for extra poly. Yeah, but then I gotta import 3 models. It's good enough. Besides, the only reason there's a limitation on the polygons is because of tabletop sim. Like you can see here in the mesh that it's fine. It just has, you know, 60 million vertices. Anywhere else besides tabletop sim that would load fine. Okay, what was I doing? I was admonishing a potential client for asking me to work for $2 an hour. I recommended they look for a seller in Indonesia or Vietnam. Where's my order pages? Okay, where are we at? Howdy. As you express concerns. All right, and then we do the attachments, and we come into EOS Digital, and we post these things. Babink! I'm not in a position to answer Babinks. So if that is a message, I can't answer it. I apologize. In the terms, project agreement, but it will require a full strip to rebuild the bass tone. Deep in the crevices. Strip them and Babink was a Babink. Ah, yes, lovely. I'm totally aware. I've been thinking about how to do the same thing for a while when it comes to larger models. I don't think it's an issue, honestly, because like, let me switch back to it. You're gonna be like, it's gonna be this big at most, like even when you're zoomed in. Maybe even more accurately like that. So I just don't think it's really pressing. I guess it could be done. It could be a higher polygon count since the base is going to get sliced off anyways. You could probably have an extra 1,000, but there's no guarantee that it would distribute. You know what? Actually, let's just fucking run it while I'm typing this shit out. Let's run it. No, not an export. A rebuild. Let's try it with fucking, what, 9,000. It's over 9,000. Let's run it. Boom. I wonder if this will kill the stream. I don't think it will. In that case. You. I'm happy. All right, sending that to the client. Let me be clear.
Comstar Knight asked me, a story of Napoleon riding a giant rubber ducky through the streets of Paris. Well, darling, picture this. Napoleon, the little old emperor himself, perched atop a giant rubber ducky, floating down the streets of Paris like he's on a mission for the bubble bath gods. The
bubble bath gods? What the fuck is he talking about a bubble bath
watching
for?
As the ducky bobbed and weaved, quacking with each bounce. Old Nappy waved his hat, smiling like a catfish.
Old Nappy? Old Nappy. Old Nappy. Hats off to Old Nappy. The Emperor. Old Nappy.
and there ain't no traffic when
Jesus.
rubber duckies are involved.
All right, so today we are putting that project on pause.
Star Knight asked me, do an impression of William Shakespeare performing a rap battle with Shakespearean verses.
We're gonna switch back to.
Lo and behold, I stand upon this battleground of rhyme to slay thee with my quill in this rap of
To slay
time.
thee with my
Hark,
quill.
Knave, thine attempts art feeble and weak, thy words like a jest, lacking depth, a mere squeak. Forsooth, the quatrains I doth wield are sharp as a sword. To best me in this duel, ye must summon every word. In iambic rhythm, I unleash my art. With each couplet
Iambic
rhymed,
rhythm.
I pierce thy heart. Thus ends thy challenge in this verse profound, for I am the bard renowned.
Very nice. That was good. That was pretty good. Excellent work, robot. Okay. Here we go. So I did this with 9,000. It looks a lot better up here. And I'm curious. ADHD powers activate. Let's pull it into Blender and see if it's going to work. Let's just see. Let's see. I sent the request back over to our client. And yeah, it'll be fine. If we need to restart, we need to restart. That's fine. Either way. Reminder to anybody who takes on a commission for me: there is revisions in the terms of the contract. So, like, if you have concerns, you just let me know. I just don't want to waste any more time on it. If we need to bounce back to the beginning. What am I doing? Okay, I'm importing our Ares project, which is gonna be.
Comstar Knight asked me, do an impression of William Shakespeare performing a rap battle with Shakespearean
No,
verses.
we're not doing that
Please
again.
do it silly. They'll say, will say, why, verily, behold the bard upon this stage. With quill in hand, I unleash poetic rage. Thine words, they doth
Why
falter
did he,
like wilted leaves, whilst mine cut like daggers. Take heed, ye knaves. In iambic tongue I drop rhymes with flair. Thou
Is it just the
canst
same thing
try
he's
to
saying?
best me, but thou shalt despair. My verses art strong like a steed unbroken, whilst thine art but whispers gently spoken. So prithee retire and leave this land, for I am Shakespeare with quill in hand.
Weird. Completely different. Completely different. Yeah, I caught that after a second and just let it roll. Okay, so before we head back over there to start on some Comstar work, we are gonna test this because I think it might be fine. Completely different. Oh yeah. I see that it was different. I gotcha. All right, so we're gonna import this mech into our thingamabob and get his base in position so we know it's the right size. He's a little off kilter. So get that correct. I think it needs to be rotated a little bit too. Yeah, it looks like it. Bam, 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 bee. Comstar work? What are you talking about, Comstar work? What does that even mean, sir? That looks about right, don't it? That hex looks... It looks about right. You know what? We could probably shrink it just a tiny smidge. And then we'll lift it up just a little bit to make sure we're not cutting anything off. Comstar work at taking all your money. Yeah, it is true. All right, let's make sure our cube is big enough size. It is, and we're gonna come in here. We're gonna do a Boolean, and we're gonna do a difference between this and the base. It looks like there's a little hole in it right here. So we need to lift it up a little bit. Just a tiny bit more. Oh, I see. The whole thing is leaning a little bit. Him's a little off kilter. That looks good. I don't see any more holes. Let's do it again. We're going to add our modifier.
Do an impression of Winston Churchill giving a motivational speech while riding
and let's run that.
Have him crash at the end, please. Ladies and gentlemen, upon this fine contraption,
oh, look at that.
I stand resilient. We shall navigate the twists and turns of this technological marvel just as we navigate the trials of life.
Ridiculous.
We shall ride with courage.
Ridiculous.
We shall steer with fortitude, and we shall never surrender. Oh dear, it appears an unexpected obstacle. Crash. Well then, be steadfast even if your balance lacks, my friends. Carry on.
No. Ridiculous. Okay, so it looks like, check this out. We're only at 24,000 edges right here. And if we run that, we're down to 8,000, which means I could actually boost this even greater. So, we can run this. I'm going to save it. I'm going to fuck with this a little more. It does look like we can boost it up, though. We're going to get it working. Very nice. Very nice. We'll get this even more detail. I'm glad I took that moment. But with that, we're going to close this and that, and we're going to pop open this, and we're going to go back to work. Although we're going to work on my Comstar mechs to throw those on eBay until such time as I hear back from our lovely client on these models, and if they are requiring a restart, what we'll do is we'll work those in and then add an extension to the project and start them over. It is possible that the camera is taking out a lot, but hey, if it's not up to snuff, it ain't up to snuff, and we'll start over on that. Anyhow, back to the corner. See y'all in a moment. I need to turn off this mic here.
Comstar Knight asked me, do an impression of William Shakespeare trying to work with a smartphone and reacting to leet speak. Ah, pray, what sorcery lies within this contraption, this glowing pain? Mine eyes are confounded by symbols most queer. Yea, 'tis a challenge like unto deciphering runes of yore. Lo, what manner of tongue is this leet speak? Methinks a cipher devised by jesters. In mine day, words flowed like honey, not numeric riddles. Verily, this task doth test the patience of a bard. Yet forth I venture, intrepid as Puck himself.
Verily, this task doth but logs. Yes. All right. Okay, we're getting back in the corner. We're almost there. We're gonna pivot. We'll take this as a lesson to send a lot of update pictures to clients in the future, so that we don't potentially waste 2 work days on needing to back up to the beginning. Remember, every moment of failure is an opportunity for growth, and how we face those is a matter of will. My default position is usually to get mad about shit, but Let's not do that. Okay, so...
O brave new world, what marvel is this AI? A quill that writes sans hand, a mind of
we're gonna go... We're gonna work on some Comstar mix.
Wit, yet lacks the soul's true fire. In sooth, it crafts sonnet swift, but can it feel love's pang? This artifice, born of mortal genius, doth challenge heaven's own design. Yet I fear what power
these
it
guys
wields may
are
turn to
going
hubris.
to
O muse,
be...
guide us, lest this creation usurp the poet's heart.
These guys are a darker metallic. Dong, I'm out of coffee, BRB. Yes, dong indeed. I got about half a cup left, and then I have one more cup in the pot, so I'm doing okay. All right, so where were we at on these boys? We have a few ground rules we're doing this time, and that is, here, I'll show this one. So we started with a pretty heavy amount of metallic this time around to provide nice heavy contrast. Our leg actuators, our upper leg actuators and our lower leg actuators have detail on them, and then anytime we have these like grab handles and these like things wrapping around,
what curious dish be this called biscuits and gravy?
We're gonna add
a humble cake of flour, yet soft as a summer's morn, drowned in a sauce of savoury delight.
Extra metallic bits.
Methinks it warms the belly as poetry doth the soul. This rustic fare, born of simple hearths,
I like
rivals
methinks.
the feasts of kings.
Methinks is a
Oh,
good
how
term.
the creamy flood doth cling to each morsel. Yet I ponder my such richness weigh heavy on the heart. Fair cooks, I salute thee for this homely art.
Fair cooks, I salute thee. All right. Let's see, we go for like, time is it now? 2:39? At least another half hour. I don't want to end early. But we are at a kind of a stop point right now for the Black Knight Legion. What we'll do is depending on the results of the request, we'll come back in maybe Monday morning, another Monday morning, and get back in on those. Regardless of where we're at, we'll need another episode on it. We know the Mauler's coming along great and won't need revision, but I just don't want to be tempted to put any more work in on the Black Knights if our client is requesting a deeper tone on the base coats. What I'll do is I'll just try to get them back to the same position we're at now, if we need to, for the stream. And we'll only have lost, what, like... like 8 hours. It's just a work day. I returns. Hello, sir. I think we're gonna do this little bit here in metallic. You know, in hindsight, I think I could have made a short or something in this downtime. Instead of working on these, but I need money. Give me money. I need money. So we want to get these Comstar mechs up. And for anybody who catches this, if you want to keep your eye out for these mechs, if you want some Comstar mechs in your collection, send me an offer on eBay, and I'll approve it. Limited time offer. We'll do, for Country Fried Minis people, we'll sell you this set for $69 plus shipping. That'll be more than half off. It's like 60% off. You're welcome to pay more, but if you really want some Comstar mech, something painted by me, yeah, special offer on these. Of course, these are just like dry brushed, you know. They're gonna go up in the next few days. Just gotta get them done, you know.
A wondrous battle tech, a game of iron giants clashing. Like knights in steel, these mechs stride o'er tabletop fields, their cannons
stride
roaring
o'er
as if Jove's own
tabletop
thunder.
fields.
Each move doth mimic war's grim dance, yet no blood spilled, only minds engaged. This artful sport with dice and cunning rivals the stage's drama. Methinks it stirs the soul's martial fire, yet safely. O creators, thou hast forged a battlefield most noble.
He definitely doesn't do iambic pentameter. By the way, all you lazy peons, there's 11 of us watching and 2 likes. Get your heads out of your dumpies and thumbs up already. That's funny. That's funny. It's the what do they call it? The call to action. When talking about making content, the whole like, subscribe, ring the bell thing. Hey, the big thing, you know, we're back to life here, right? That something's happening. It may not be full-length video stuff. I have not had the time. Well, I've had the time, but I haven't had the energy, I suppose is more accurate. There's been so much painting going on that, like, any downtime I have has been spent trying to unwind. Painting has felt like work lately. So, we've been working.
Oh, Battletech, what game of might is this? In I am's soft I sing of steel-clad mechs that stride o'er fields of tabletop in strife. Each cannon's roar like thunder's mighty voice doth echo war, yet spills no crimson tide. With dice and wit we weave a warrior's tale, a bloodless fray where cunning reigns supreme. This sport doth stir the heart's bold martial flame,
Alabama?
yet safe within the bounds of playful art.
The sports team?
All hail the minds that craft such noble wars.
Downtime is for sissies in retirement homes? Oh man, I wish that were the case. I wish that were the case. Trying to summon the will to sit here and paint for, 10-hour days. It's been rough. but sometimes when you got clients lining up, shit, and that's part of the whole, like, these potential clients on Fiverr, like, trying so hard to get my prices even lower. Nah, dog, too busy. Sports ball foot game. You know, for it being a foot game, there's a lot of hands involved, don't you think? Actually, it's mostly hands. I believe there's almost no foot at all, except for kick between the poles thing. What do they call it? Yes, field foot. That's what it was. I'm just kidding. I know football because I was in the marching band. Watched a lot of high school football games. All right. Slowly coming along with the metallics. We just want to make sure that we have a fair amount of metal on all the joints. I think we're going to do this whole thing right here in metallic. I'm trying to do a little different on these than I normally would. Just picking out detail areas that I normally wouldn't. Give them a little novelty. Switch it up, you know what I'm saying? Make sure to correct mistakes as they happen. Hey there, says Kotex. Woo, Scotland is here. Welcome, entire nation of Scotland. I am convinced now of this. You're a representative of your entire country. Do you have any demands for Country Fried Minis? Entire nation of Scotland. What's it? I'm reminded of civilization diplomacy. There's no reason not to make just ridiculous demands of your opponents, because sometimes they acquiesce to it. Maybe not the entire nation, but I do bring the average Scottish Battletech player age down by about a decade, so make of that what you will. Ah, yes. Zoomer Tech. I wonder what the average Battletech player age actually is now with the release of the Catalyst stuff. It is the second most popular tabletop game, which is wild to me. It's awesome. Battletech has supplanted all my other tabletop game interests. I don't play no Warhammer anymore. I don't play no Infinity. It's all Battletech all the time. 47? Is that true? I don't think that's true. I think it was true before Catalyst. 47's about... No, I don't think so. I gotta disagree. I think pre-2020, that was accurate. Definitely a bunch of grognards. I remember seeing folks playing it at Games of Berkeley. No, not Games of Berkeley. In-game. Back in like 2015, and thinking, man, that I've always wanted to play that game.
A muse on days of yore, when ships did wear a cloak of dazzle's art. O camouflage with stripes of bold design, thy jagged hues did baffle foemen's eyes. No mere disguise, but geometric grace, like players' masks upon the ocean stage. In war's grim dance, thou saved brave souls from harm, thy patterns wild, a poet's dream in paint.
30s and 40s.
O dazzle, lost to time, thy
I presume the majority of the current player base was there before, but just didn't have an easy way to get BattleTech in their store. I don't know. I've seen... okay, of course, my sample size is limited to the store that I attend. But, like, people are there playing the game, and, like, month over month, the experience has grown. Like, the crowd has grown. And they're all pretty young. Well, I say pretty young, but, like, mid-30s. The children are playing Alpha Strike. Yeah, more and more people are playing Alpha Strike, which I still contend is not BattleTech. I always say that with the caveat, it does have its place. I get the appeal, but it's not BattleTech. It's called Alpha Strike because you're Alpha Striking every turn when you shoot, with no penalties. Never will you have to make the decision, oh, do I fire both PPCs this turn? Oh, do I shoot all my guns even though it will put me 12 feet over? No. You roll the dice and you remove models. It's old Kill Team, basically. Old Kill Team with a BattleTech skin on it. Oh my god, the fucking ads killed chat again. Thank you, YouTube. Your app is really high quality. 30s and 40s? Yeah. Yeah. Then again, do young people, like, even play tabletop games? Besides Warhammer? I feel like the young people get caught up in the status symbol stuff and play and are definitely elitist about it. I mean, that said, I could definitely see someone talking me into busting out my Space Marines and rolling some dice. You know what I'm saying? But it's like the whole the iPhone thing. I've mentioned before, I was in my professional development class, and we were sending presentations to the professor so he could send them to his computer so we could give our presentations. And he's like, hey, just, if any of y'all haven't sent it, you can just airdrop it to me, which led to a discussion about Android versus iPhone. And I think there were like 15 of us in that class, and I was the only person with an Android device. It felt very much like the same type of sensation back in like fucking middle school when kids would make fun of you for wearing Walmart sneakers. Okay. We're just about done with metallics in this boy. And I think with that, what that'll let us do is a little bit of freehand action. And we need to pick which Comstar army this is going to be. Actually, I can't do it from here. I gotta do it over there. Let me go over to the computer and fucking type in the poll. 1 second. I'll turn on the mic so you can hear me musing about this. We're going to look up camo spec. We're going to go to factions. We're going to click Comstar. We're going to look at some pictures here. We're going to go which ComGuard army is this set? We're gonna do 3rd Army decal work. We're gonna do 7th Army. Free hand waves. Logos, decal work, add option. We'll also include do 9th Army, 9th Army, free hand logo plus decal. Yeah. Numbers. Freehand logos and numbers. There we go. Boom. Start the poll. Mute this. I'll go back to work. Protake says most of the functionality iPhones has is in the Android devices. The more expensive ones, then he was like, I just don't need to spend anywhere near 500 pounds on a phone I'll only ever use to browse the internet. Yeah, but that's the whole point of the iPhone, is that they're throwing it in your face that they can afford the $500 phone to browse the internet. That's the whole point. Status symbol bullshit. And I think that's why, I think that's the exact same reason that the young folks play Warhammer, because they buy into the status symbol shit. Of course, you know, I'm a fucking shut-in geezer, so I actually don't know fuck all. Should never trust me on anything except for maybe painting advice. I might know what I'm doing when it comes to painting. Even low-end phones can run email redacted ors. So I don't need to run high-end mobile games. I have real games to play. But that's my strange brand of elitism showing. Do you have elitism? I wouldn't take you as an elitist. Alright, just about got all the metallics on these boys here. Did that pole actually show up? Yes. I don't know why, but I can't see the pole on the mobile device. Does it not show up? Can you really not see the pole on the fucking mobile device? Something wrong with this shitty app. I'll check it in a minute on the computer. So, the 7th Army is the wave. It's like a circle with a big crashing wave in the middle. 3rd Army is the Emerald Falconers, which I have decals for. And then 9th Army is like it's like a little bluish blackish like space colored diamond with a star and a crown inside it. And of course, either way, whatever we do, I'm going to be freehanding the Comstar logos on these mechs. Get this crab ready. And again, same offer stands. If any of y'all want this set, special offer for those who watched this stream. You want to show support to the channel and kick a little money into my pocket to keep the lights on. Send an offer over for as low as $69 and I'll approve this set. It won't push a poll while the stream is open in the app. That's really fucking dumb because a poll only matters in the chat. It's a chat poll. It's not a community page. It used to show up. It used to be here. They have changed something where it doesn't work anymore. YouTube just constantly shitifying their platform. Of course, you know, all their decisions are made at the corporate level by people so rich they have never actually like used any of the products other than in a token gesture. So out of touch with reality. Okay, so we got to do the missile ports, and then I'll go check that hole. And we'll make a decision on the army. I want to do at least like one freehand before we end the stream today, because that was kind of the intention. I just need to hear back from the client before we move on with the Black Knight boys. Again, if they are here, I urge you to make your decision based on what you want and not like me being like, fuck, I got to do them over again is not a guilt trip, you know. Just to be very clear. There is a revision in the agreement. They pay other people to watch YouTube and tell them how much they enjoy. Yeah, exactly. It's like that whole deal with was Elon Musk was like supposedly playing some game, but really he was just paying someone to play it for him. Just saying, he could have just played the game. It's okay to be bad at a game. Just saying, it's okay to be a player. Almost done. Almost done with this boy. Well, the metallics. And I think all our metallics are going to end up with a delicious wash. I like this track. This is a good one. Terrible at Battletech? You can't be terrible at Battletech. I mean, you can have a bad force composition and position them poorly, but in the end, it's so RNG heavy that the dice are, I dare say, more than 50% of the experience. I don't think one can be bad at Battletech. You can be unlucky. It's actually why I like the game so much. I spent a lot of time and mental energy doing Infinity in a competitive setting. And I don't know, I had a lot of feels bad moments where the dice completely screwed me over. And I don't know, something about battle, like, it's so RNG heavy, I don't really care anymore. It's not about winning or losing. I show up and I roll the dice and have a good time, you know? I think this guy actually needs a little bit more metallic. Yeah, I left out a few spots on this boy. Alright. This is Syllogy's Crockett. It's got the bendiest guitar bits. Yes. Bendy. Like the Irwin kid. Funny. I was just looking that person up, and she looks like an exact, like if you put her parents in a blender and just did like a perfect mix. Alright, so Crockett needs... Oh, can we thread the needle here and get some metallics on those hip joints? Yes, yes we can. Yes, we can. A little bit here. A little bit there. I think we're even going to do this thing. Give him a nice metallic butt crack. Alright, we gotta finish the arm actuators. Then I think this thing is mostly done. Oh yeah, we were doing the whole elbow. That's right. I got distracted last night working on these. I bet that is just like so blowed out because he's white. Some little vents right here that need some metallic love. There we go. Right there as well. And then we did this whole thing, this whole assembly in metallic. Same over here. Dude, my chair just wobbled underneath me. I think it's on its last legs. Might have to try and do a stream with the saddle chair. You probably wouldn't want to pick her up and try to slam out a jam. She might get upset at you. Yes. Is it push-up time?
I do.
It is push-up time.
Okay.
You got it, sir.
Bye, everyone. She can go on forever.
Coming back. $4.20. There it is. There it is. All right, sir. What do you guys think? Sexy calendar? A sexy 2025 calendar or a body pillow? A full-size body pillow? What is more cringe? For those of you not in the know, there's long been a discussion about doing a sexy photo shoot once we hit 420 requests. And it has now been pivoted to a product. Body pillow for sure. I like the body pillow idea because it's a little easier to set up like a single, like, best lighting, best posing shot. Plus, I think it'd be really funny to to get one myself and hold myself tight at night. Holy moly. Body pillow. Yeah, I think so. You know, I say y'all, but I think the opinion of our executive producer may have to overwrite any other thoughts in this regard. At least until we have a product manager. What would you call a manager of merch? Would it just be a merch manager? Dude, can I get in there and hit this? Oh yeah, I can. Hell fucking yeah, I can. Yes. Oh yes, yummy. Alright, we'll do this elbow. We're good to roll. Sales rep. Sales rep, yeah. That's funny. Be the next administrative role. Dude, is this all dried out? No, we got enough there. Okay. Phew. It's about to have to put a whole nother drop of paint out for what amounts to 10 strokes. It's funny because it's a premature ejaculation joke. All right. Just about there with this boy. And I think we're actually done with metallics, like actually done. So we can move on to a little bit of freehand work. Nope. He's got an ankle that needs metal in it. Metal ankles. There we go. I think it's actually ready now. Maybe these to be metallic, like right here. I don't know if they're jump jets. These look like jump jets, but they're like angled in the wrong direction. Okay, there we go. Looking good. Metallic up. Secretary of Swag, yes. All right, let me go check the poll. If you haven't voted, vote now, please. I'm checking and closing it as I walk across the room to the other side. Three votes. 3 fucking votes. Kind of think I'm just going to disregard opinions then if it's only 3 votes. Shame. For shame. Here, what we'll do instead for now is just do the Comstar logo and get a freehand in before I call this stream done. Let's rehydrate our wet pellet. I want to see you do number decals. Body pill is also more logistically feasible considering outside variables and obstacles. I want to see you do the number decals. Okay, fine. Fine. Fine, sir. Fine. Fine. I'm okay with this. Let's do some decal work.
We ooh wee 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 ooh.
No, you don't. Holy shit. Let's see if I pull the zoom way out. Let's see what we can do here. I think we're gonna go black decals, and I think we're gonna do big numbers on these boys. Yeah, let's do big numbers. Let's do big numbers, like big, like actually big numbers. And then I have a fucking hobby knife around here somewhere. And we're gonna start with, let's start with this guy. We need to regard our minis and see where we can fit decals on them. I think we're going right shin. Does everybody have a right shin spot? Yes, everyone has a right shin. So we're gonna start with number 34 right here. All right, what I like to do is just get in here and try to cut it as close to the number as is feasible while still leaving enough to manipulate the edges. And speaking of edges, we're going to trim the sharp corners. Trim those sharp corners. Alright, boom, 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 boom. This is probably hella out of focus too, unfortunately. I wish it wasn't. Alright, now, very important, you need to take your decals and you need to put them somewhere where you're not going to get fucking water on them. I'm telling you, a drop of water on that sheet will ruin it. Alright, and we're going to grab, I like to work just right off of my work surface here, so we're going to put a drop of water, 2 drops actually, just right on top of the thing. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Alright. So we're going to let our decal, which is down here on the desk. I don't think it's like anywhere you can actually really see it. It's sitting on the desk. It's chilling. And while that goes, there's some shit on the tip of my tweezers I want to clean off real quick. Like, I don't know what it is. I think it's some glue residue. Ugh, headache, fucking headache. There's that headache, the same one I got last time. Why? It's like someone's got a knife in my temple and just plunged it in and is turning it around. Is it subsiding? Yeah, ish. Okay. What we're going to do for number 34, we're going to do one that's nice and visible. We'll make our guillotine number 34, I think. Alright, so you can't be fucking serious right now. Holy shit. Alright, so to get our decal ready, let me try to get the camera in on this. That might be worth doing. Okay, so open preview projector, new window here. Pow, pop that up. And then we're gonna open this. Zoom all the fucking way in. I'm gonna try to get our boy where that'll work. And if I go back, we might be able to set the focus. Dude, why is this on autofocus? You gotta be shitting me. Okay. It's because I'm on the wrong fucking camera. Holy shit, what is the problem, camera? I just fucked up a camera bad, didn't I? I was on the wrong one. It's like pulsing now. I broke that camera really bad. It's hella broken. Wow. Wow. How the fuck did I do that? Jesus fucking Christ. Let's disable that camera. Adjusting the zoom on it broke the fuck out of it.
Oh, my roflcopter goes soy 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 soy.
Deactivate.
Soy 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 soy.
I have to crawl on my fucking hands and knees and figure out where it's plugged in and unplug this cocksucker. Ugh. Where the fuck are you plugged in? Bitch ass camera. Holy fuck. Just do your job, sir. Just do your fucking job. Let's unplug you. And plug it back in. And fucking.
Yeah. Would you do a workout?
I do.
Give me 10.
Okay.
Yes, I do love doing push-ups at the peak of piss-offedness. It's really cool. It's really fucking well timed. Fucking cool. Really well done. Not annoying at all. Not even a little bit annoying. No, sir. No. Oh, my headache's back. Oh, my headache is back. Very cool. The headache is back. Really fucking awesome timing there. About to just end this fucking stream. God damn, it hurts.
What YOLO swag, YOLO swag, what YOLO swag, YOLO swag, what YOLO swag, YOLO swag, what YOLO swag, YOLO swag.
Oh, it feels like someone has a knife like plunged into the side of my head. God damn. Ouch. Is it broken still? All right. What the fuck was I even doing? Yikes. Trying to manipulate things without a keyboard. Where is... I gotta go. Image adjustments. Focus. There we go. It's as good as it's gonna get. Alright. So we've had the where's the fucking paintbrush I had?
The cream of the crop.
We'll use this one.
And there is no one that does it better.
We're gonna grab our decal out of the water, which we can't pick up because the fucking surface tension of the water. Alright, so what we do is we grab our paper here, the whole thing. And we need to let go of it without letting go of the whole backing. Like, I need the backing to... Jesus fucking Christ. There we go. So you lift the backing up, and of course run out of water. Lift the backing up, pick the whole thing up with your tweezers, and you hold the backing and everything with the tweezers, and slowly push it off with the paintbrush. And then slide it into position. And like, if it's close enough, that's fine. And you can nudge it around by keeping it really moist. And a paintbrush is usually enough to slide it into position. If you work that edge, you get that nice, crisp little detail, which is actually not in focus even a fucking little bit this whole fucking time. Thanks, camera. The cool thing is the focus goes from here to there, and that's like 10% of the bar. The rest of it is completely fucking worthless. So that's as good as it's gonna get for y'all to see, unfortunately. Let's see. Now I gotta readjust the zoom and focus so it's right here. It's hard to tell if it's in focus. There we go, right there. There we go. Got a nice little 34 on the front. I really like that champion sculpt, the one I used for the yellow challenge. Yeah, I agree. This is maybe one of Sylogy's better models. We're gonna do the same thing and try to get decal there, but you know what? I bet that is too small for the small numbers. It's so funny to me. Basically, this sheet is mostly fucking useless. This area up here should be this size, and this area down here should be half the size again. Anyhow, 3:30. I have a tremendous fucking headache that feels like I'm dying. We have had to stop the main project here, awaiting a response from the client. My annoyance is starting to peek through on a few things. So the sides of those intakes, yeah, but the problem is, here's the issue. So if I want to put a decal here, then I need them all to match and have the same area available for it, because I like to follow rules in the placement. And the only spot that all the mechs have like a clear spot to put them in is the shin. Yeah. Need smaller decals and need more mechs with big flat areas without a ton of greebling on it. But that said, I'm done. I'm done for today. we're gonna await a response from the client, and I'll be back Monday painting on these mechs. Whether we're starting over or we're continuing where we're at, I'll start again Monday. I'm actually like stupid busy. I have to. Okay, that is a response from the client. They're acceptable as they are. All right. Well, I'm still exhausted. So we're gonna. Do I have till Monday on these? New orders. What the fuck is that? I have. All right, all over the place. We'll be back at these soon. A recap of where we were at, though, I guess, before I end it. Yeah, the camera sucks ass. The camera does not do accurate colors. The camera does not do accurate focus. There is no such thing as a webcam that is worth a fuck at showing what models actually look like, evidently. They all are garbage. It's a shame too, because like you'd think that's a product that people would want. There's also the fact that this light is like cold blue and makes all the lighting look cold blue. I could get accurate color if I could afford an $800 mirrorless camera and a fucking $100 mount to stick it to the wall, and you know, like a $300 lens to get it zoomed in correctly. Anyhow, that's where we're at. These guys are gonna be a little behind schedule. We wasted some time waiting on response. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep painting today, but like my pew 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 right now with the ADHD, so I cannot focus on the stream. Lots of love to everyone who showed up and hung out. More work soon. We'll do the final touches on these boys Monday. Same time, same place. In the meantime, I'm going to have these Comstar mechs out sometime soon. I need to make some money fucking ASAP. So if you guys want these for a discount, make sure to send an offer once you see them. And big shout out to all of y'all who kicked donations. Satisfy the hangry? Yeah, I'm very hangry. And I'm even like... I'm angry at having to spend money that I don't have on food. I'm down to like $30 until payouts come through, but like most of the payouts are later in the month. So living on the cheap stuff for now. Anyhow, Monday we'll be back through. Gonna be painting through the weekend. Come on through the Discord if you're not already over there. There's a regular crowd of folks who hang out quite often. We paint, we hobby together, we talk shit. We even have a movie night once a month. So if you want to get in on that, link in the description down below. In any case, I have been your angry host, Cameron, on behalf of Country Fried Minis, presenting from the Bullshit Corner 2.0. This is another shit show, and we'll see you next time for the next one, Monday, 12 noon. I think Tuesday is TTRPG Tuesday as well. Lots of streams next week. Anyhow, goodbye.